but all right, we're gonna start the podcast.
Nigga, I never say it's been tested and proved.
In a lab, bro. In a lab.
All day, every day.
Bro, y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm speaking all truth.
Facts. Same here.
I don't believe neither one of y'all, but I believe you more than I believe him.
Damn, how can you believe Cortez more than me?
It was very easy.
I know both of y'all lying.
Like,
Yeah,
first and foremost,
I'm not gonna lie.
first and
bro.
foremost, Cortez is the hot commodity. So, like,
But your hot commodity too.
nah, not like Cortez. Cortez is different.
I don't view myself as a high commodity, bro.
Cortez is different.
Everybody
Like,
be
even
so
see,
fake humble.
and
You
see,
know what I'm saying? Like, everybody-
and I find myself
like-
to be a hard person to please sometimes, and even I gravitated to Cortez because that nigga's funny. So, like, Cortez is he appeals to a lot of people.
You not basing females off just because you attracted to them.
First of all, I mean,
Everybody
besides,
knows that humor is the way in, bro. Everybody knows that.
right? You don't
I'm
think,
still laughing at this nigga for the trick cereal joke.
okay.
Like, I would never forget that shit.
Okay. So that's just making me not believe him more. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like I
that's
said, bro, look, my options are a result of the friendships that I've built. That's facts. That's absolute facts.
okay.
But that doesn't mean I appeal to everybody. I appeal to my options.
Bro, I've built friendships and ended up in the friend zone before.
Nigga,
Numerous
I'm in
times.
so many friend zones.
No, your friends want to date you. That's the difference. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Some of my friends do.
No.
I won't deny that. I won't deny that. It's an absolute fact. But
I've never had that luxury.
I don't believe
And
that.
first of all, I gotta appeal to somebody to even have the friend opportunity to try to
hate
build
you
myself
so
out of
much.
the friend zone.
He just told like 3 stories before we started recording. Now he got up here. Come on.
Hey, see, no,
I've only told
As soon
a
as you
story
press the
about one
record
person.
button,
This
it's a
is-
different
I've
nigga.
told
this is
I've told a
this is a big
story about
problem.
one person.
This is a big problem in the community. It's the niggas that's getting all the girls acting like they not.
I'm not.
And it's making the niggas
And
that
I
ain't
don't.
getting them more madder.
Yeah.
And I
'Cause not
don't.
only are you getting them,
I
now you
don't.
trying to act like me.
I don't.
You
I
don't
think it's a
have no
common
struggle,
misconception.
Now, I
if you
get-
see
I
a
can-
nigga get some attention and you think this nigga must get attention from all the Jones. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
It's
But
unfair
if
as fuck.
you see a dude get a lot of attention from a lot of different girls, now I don't physically see you, but
Yeah,
now,
like,
Mike,
I was
tell
gonna say,
truth.
where's the
when he
proof
comes
of this
over here,
Nigga, them stories.
when you was telling that story before we started recording, and the only thing I was thinking in my mind is that I can't wait for us to blow up because you're gonna be a national treasure.
Yeah.
Like that's all I kept thinking. Like,
First
this
of
nigga-
all,
we
the
need to
reason why
protect
I've
this nigga at all
got
costs.
the reason why I've got the amount of stories that I do because that's literally over my entire lifespan so far.
You're 30. Yeah, so talking like he's 60 or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
look, I'm
like-
35, bro.
That ain't, all right, wow.
That's 5 more years.
Whoa.
That's a toddler.
Whoa.
That's a toddler. That's you learn to walk by.
When
You in
somebody, if
preschool.
somebody was 65, 70, I could see. I'm like, bro, I done told 20 stories and he 30, bro.
So, all right.
Imagine
Yeah,
the stuff he ain't telling. I know the
Yeah,
stuff he ain't
think about
telling.
It's
us.
definitely some shit he ain't saying.
All right, so let's add it up. I lost my virginity at 15. So we'll start it there. 15. So that's 20 years.
Okay.
That's 20 years, and I have maybe 2 hands full of options. Maybe. And I'm only saying that because I only have 10
I don't
fingers.
even have one finger for option.
I don't believe that.
And I don't believe you either.
I don't understand that. That's
I'm just going
unfortunate.
about, but the stories you told earlier, and
I'm
now I'm
telling-
doing the math.
and they
20
all
years
about
was
the same
2
hour.
But in my
decades.
defense, I don't even look, so that's the thing.
See, you don't know who checking for you because you're not checking for nobody. So it could be that you're being checked for and you don't even notice because you like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get it.
And just because it's difficult doesn't mean they don't want you
I'm
either.
not saying like I don't think I'm not gonna get it, but thing is, I don't care.
See, and that's another thing.
Oh,
Like,
so you probably getting it too then.
Yeah, you say it.
Okay, I ain't know.
whole time,
I ain't know. I
this
ain't
nigga
know.
probably get more ass than everybody.
No, I don't.
And just be like, yeah, man, I don't
Like,
care.
all right, that's one thing for sure. I'm not at all. Like,
Would you tell us? Because I don't know if you would
No,
tell us.
because you know my story. As of right now, let's see.
Story
I'm,
change, bro.
I'm
That's
30,
all I'm saying.
31 now. This year will make 6 years without. This year.
That we know of.
No. That's definite. 100%. I will not lie to you about that.
Yeah, Mike will lie. It's just y'all two. Y'all the two.
I wouldn't lie.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna speak on the last time I got some because that's not the question here.
He says not the question.
Right.
The question here
20 minutes ago.
is about friends with benefits. It's a good segue into the topic.
Oh, I want to take
I'm
away.
quite sure they could tell what the topic was.
Yeah,
Friends with benefits.
Yeah. Welcome to the Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. As y'all can tell, we have two guests here today. Well, Mark doesn't count as a
Mark's not a
yet.
guest no more.
Yeah, see, I'm back.
The long-awaited return.
The great Cortez.
Hey, I'm here. I'll be back more often, so I don't be viewed as a guest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Bring
could
back
put
to the
your
family.
picture on the joint with Mark's.
Yeah, finally I got in the picture now too, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I was calling for that back in the summertime, just to throw that out there. That's on Mike, man. Mike is the graphic designer.
I didn't have a computer, so you got to take that into
You
consideration.
use your phone.
No, that doesn't work that well when it comes to using my phone versus using it. Because I wanted to create a new background too.
I'm just saying, Mark. I was calling for that back in the summertime, man.
Hey, I had no problem with it. It's just that I didn't have the means to do so. That's it.
But something I do got a problem with is these two knuckleheads right here, man.
Oh yeah, I definitely like. Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
I'm speaking pure facts of my life experiences.
And I've been doing exactly
As
the
being
same.
above
You
average
haven't been on the
niggas,
same.
I have.
bro. You have history.
I've just had some weird, odd ass stories of how things got started, or to me, what are odd ass stories.
Like he'll say he doesn't have a friend with benefit. Tell a story. And that's not a friend with benefit.
I don't.
I'll
I
never,
don't have
I'll
a friend of
never-
benefit right now.
I would never
I ain't saying you gotta have one right now, but
go
you
out
had
there and
them.
say I don't have friends with benefits. I absolutely have friends with benefits.
So you have them right now.
Yes.
See, he admits it. At least he admits the shit.
We gotta beat it out of him. We've been talking about it for 45 minutes.
I got friends with benefits.
And then on top of that, he probably has room to do that. I can't do that.
What do you mean you don't have
That
room,
has nothing to do with nothing.
bro? There's niggas with full families that have room for friends with benefits.
Other niggas is out here married and still got other friends with benefits, bro.
You won't see me trying that shit.
Yeah, see, I'm currently single, so having friends with benefits is of no consequence.
I want to say that.
I mean,
You know, friends that can go wrong.
Yeah, he definitely go
that's
left.
why that's
Yeah.
why I mentioned strategy. You got to know who you can go there with.
That's true too.
That's,
I'm
that's
just
what
saying
it's
you
all
never.
about.
You
I
never,
ain't
you
about to
never
just
know.
have anybody as a friend with benefit because I don't want no fatal attraction type shit going on in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Just
because I
gonna
got
put the
guns.
rabbit in the pot.
All I'm saying is I don't necessarily appeal to as many people as you may feel I do. And that's based off
We wasn't even talking about that no
personal
more.
Yeah, we wasn't. Like, you
finally
tried to get
got
off of this shit.
finally
Hey,
got
look,
past
it's-
it.
And you wanted
there.
to bring it up again.
That shit hurt.
It hurt
Because y'all don't
because
believe
it's
me.
true.
It's facts, bro.
The truth hurts. Remember that.
So do the lies.
You know what it is. You know what it is for real. And see, now I can pick up on his mindset because he done said a couple of things, and it's like I process, and it's like okay, now I can see how he thinking. He don't want all that attention that comes with it, so he don't want to admit it.
I've never been one to garner that level of attention. Like, I'll get
Right.
attention.
That's why you don't want it.
Because you're antisocial.
So that's why he's deflecting, because that will bring like an unnecessary level, and it will mess up the plans. Because to be a friend with a benefit, you got to move like super low key. Am I correct?
I mean, yeah.
Right, exactly.
that's
And
facts.
if you bring too much light to anything dark, what tends to happen? People tend to scatter. It's like roaches. Roaches in the dark, you cut the light on.
Yeah, but see, I don't think it's necessarily like a beacon. Because if that's the case, why wasn't I getting that level of attention before? I feel like if you appeal to somebody, you appeal to them. I don't just start to appeal to people because now it's known that I have friends with benefits.
People might be. I mean, people might be nervous. People might be scared.
And
then-
some people might be thinking you're in a relationship already.
Right. Oh, he must be too good to be true. He got to be in a
But that's for
relationship.
everybody though.
No, it's not, bro. Stop saying that. Just because it's for you,
Yeah, personally,
nobody's looking at me and thinking I'm in a relationship.
Why not?
Because they don't.
Me not being on social media helps. I don't think nobody
Like
thinks that I'm in a relationship.
the most somebody's ever said to me is like, "Oh, you should be married by now." That's the most I've gotten.
See, that's
I mean,
a compliment.
That's like one of the best ones you can get.
Yeah,
technically.
that's what I've
definitely
got.
a compliment.
Man, so
I ain't
you
get
start,
that
you're
shit.
starting to say a little bit something too, man.
See,
I'm starting to.
you'll get that. I'll get what's wrong with you because you ain't married yet, or what's wrong with you? Why you ain't got no girlfriend? What did you do? Those the type of questions I get. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. Troublemaker questions.
yeah, like
What about you? Same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I've actually had some people that'll ask me, "What's wrong with you? Why aren't you not married yet?" Or
something gotta be wrong with you.
yeah, you know, or like you.
So how do y'all answer
or
said
must be a
question?
player.
What do
I
you
say I'll straight up say, look, I feel as if I'm a better friend than I am a boyfriend. I say that.
I can respect that answer.
I'll stand by
He's so
that.
full of shit though. It's playing into his plot.
It's
What
plot.
He doesn't really like that. Oh, he's so honest and modest.
Hey, look, man, look. I'm big on
You gonna get
transparency.
some more
bro.
friends with benefits by the end of the
Transparency
podcast?
is
Big
the
on
cleanest
transparency,
thing you can do, especially in relationships.
Here you go.
And that shit, transparency is a double-edged sword. Transparency and not being able to see the whole picture is what ruined my last relationship. I'm saying
Okay.
we went through that story, but yeah, transparency is a double-edged sword. So
I agree. Some people show transparency better than others.
yeah, I think I could be too honest. Why should nigga look at him like that?
I mean,
feel
it's
like,
not
yeah.
such thing as being too honest, really, because if you're like if you're trying to say something to somebody and you're not gonna lie to them, at least you're giving them the benefit of letting them know, hey,
let
I'm not
them,
gonna be that guy
allowing
that's just
them to
gonna
make
do
that
whatever.
choice. It's just
But
what they do
I
with that
feel like
honesty or that truth.
If it's not a such thing as being too honest, there is a such thing as brutal honesty.
Okay, brutal honesty is different.
I think that depends on delivering. You know how
Like,
you deliver
I
that.
mean, you can feel as if like I'm talking in this tone, I'm bringing you facts, and I feel like all right, this tone is acceptable, like it's a welcoming tone, opening questions, shit like that. But for some people, if you deliver what you feel is your brutal truth in this tone, that still might be too much for some people. It depends on like everything is perception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts.
That's understandable
Yeah.
because like that delivery can be a bitch and a half if you let it. Because I've had numerous occasions where I was just honest, but my tone like completely destroyed all sense of like stability within that entire conversation.
Facts. That is true. I've
Delivery
actually
is a
had
big
people
thing.
that told me to check what I say because of my tone. I'm like, you know, first and foremost, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with my tone. I'm enunciating myself because some people say I talk too damn low. And then
Sometimes.
you know, but then when I enunciate myself, when I actually vocalize and shit, then now they just like, bro, like you been disrespectful. It's like either you want me to volume up or you want me to be where I'm at, where my calm is.
Yeah, I hate that disrespectful thing. That's
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
it's-
worst thing ever.
Because I'm like, bro, if I like, you know, you want me to speak up, it's gonna sound funny to you, and you're gonna have complaints.
The masculinity thing.
Yeah.
Now that I done found my chill, mind you, all right, because I'm big on chill.
Yeah.
That's my personality. Yes.
Having a lot of friends with benefits that do that to you. Drained of all his energy all the time. Nigga low on testosterone.
I found my chill because of Tree, all right, because I'm an avid smoker.
Okay,
Me
okay.
becoming a stoner as opposed to a drinker.
He's giving his resume.
You know what
if
I'm
you know-
saying?
if you know.
So, ladies, if you out there and you got that fire,
Well, if you need some of that
You know
fire,
what I'm saying? I just feel like, yeah, me having my chill and you get to look at things a little differently because you calmer about shit. So,
Right.
like, it's the perception of this shit. It's like I said, truth. Everything is about delivery, and how people perceive shit is basically going to make or break the conversation. So, yeah, friends with benefits. I feel as if it could be looked at as a necessary thing. It could be.
oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't talking about this pre-pod. So,
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear the logic.
yeah,
All right,
what-
so I mean, it's a simplistic view, honestly. I feel that, you know what I'm saying, if you have the means and the mindset to pursue a friend with benefits type relationship, then I say go for that shit, because it's the best of both worlds if done properly. And a lot of people will look at it like it's a derogatory thing. I feel as though having a friend with benefits, that you actually look at both of those words, friend and benefit, you know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to them, everybody that I've ever considered a friend with benefits is somebody I was actually friends with. That's one. Because I can't just sleep with anybody.
and that's a big deal to you.
It definitely is.
Yeah, I could tell.
Because
The friend part means so much to him. You could do it.
Because I feel like that that in that realm it could go so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that basis. Like you gotta have that groundwork first.
Okay.
So yeah, if you were to cut shit off, it wouldn't be like awkward, or it wouldn't be like, nah, you broke the motherfucker code. Like
Right,
yeah.
right,
So
right.
that's why I feel like that portion of it's important, because you can always fall back on that friendship, and that's why it's not for everybody, because people catch feelings and shit. So yeah, friends with benefits definitely isn't for everybody. That's why I say you got to have a mindset for that shit.
Yeah. And hopefully it just doesn't get warped, because that can still be a possibility.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
I had my fair share.
I've been on both sides of that shit.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good. Well, it feels good when somebody catches feeling for you. It doesn't feel good when you're the one catching the feelings. Yeah.
I mean, I could even argue that, because if you state from the beginning, look, this is what this is going to be, you agree, yeah, you agree, all right, cool, so this is what it's going to be, and then that person catches feelings, and you came into it knowing exactly what you wanted out of it, or knowing exactly where you wanted it to go, that person catches feelings, sometimes that could be a negative. That could be viewed as a negative. Like, that shit can be annoying.
That's not my problem.
There you go.
Remember
Teddy.
remember we was talking to Nene,
Yeah.
and she was like, her father was like that, and I was like, she was trying to make it seem like her father was like in the wrong, but I was like, he clearly stated what he expected out of that situation. He just wanted sex, but because she went out and caught feelings anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he was taking her out to dinner and all this. What you thought was gonna happen? No, he said up front, face to face, yo, I expect this. I want this. After that, I don't care what happens to her. I mean, I don't want to get killed, and I don't want to say that. But once you make your intentions up front, as y'all would like to say, transparent, then no, that's no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like if you put it out there and it's agreed upon,
Yeah.
then yeah, once that's violated, you're not necessarily in the wrong. But for me, that's where it gets tricky, because it's like, all right, if this is somebody I legitimately care about,
Still your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, friends, and then that shit happens, can alter that shit. That can end friendships. It's a lot of friendships that's ended because of friends with benefits.
Of course.
So
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
it's definitely a gamble. You
It's
gotta have a
Vegas.
mindset for that shit.
Yeah.
This nigga Vegas.
Yeah, it's Vegas.
Yeah, dating is definitely gambling. Friends with benefits is gambling.
Just the idea of giving yourself, or just trying to put yourself out there, is a gamble, regardless of where it is.
Well, it's also a thing because of how some people view sex as a whole. Like for some people, it's this big spiritual connection.
Me.
To me, it's not. It's sex. It ain't got shit to do with. Like,
I get both sides.
I mean, I get it. I get it, because
I don't have so much
it's good
sex.
to
I
have.
don't view it as a
Yeah,
spiritual
it's good to
connection.
look at shit from different viewpoints. But
Yeah.
me personally, I don't put it on this pedestal. For me,
Well,
sex is like this.
ESPN plug.
It's a recreational thing. ESPN and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Shout out Klay Thompson. But yeah, like for me, it's like sex supposed to be fun, bro. Supposed to be fun. You can't fuck nobody that you can't laugh with. Me, that's how I feel about the shit. Cause if it's just serious, then that takes anything away from it. Like, unless you treat it like a job. That's
Right.
why I say the friendship part counts. Cause it's like, all right, if we friends with benefits for like a month, and you decide you don't want to fuck no more, but you still want to hang out, cool. Cause we was hanging tough before then.
Right.
So like for some people can't handle that shit.
It depends. It depends. If it's a little too good. Like,
I mean, I get the attachment.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely get attached because I've been there. I've definitely
can I
been
get a little
there.
closure one more
That's
time?
probably what
or-
changed my outlook on that shit. I think being on the receiving end of that shit is what changed my outlook. Because it's like, all right, well, I handled that poorly. So how do I avoid that in the future? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay, this is what it feels like when people
Yeah,
go,
like,
okay.
oh, damn, is this what I've been doing to people?
Yeah, now I'm going crazy. This a bitch.
All right, well, let me put everything out front. That's where the transparency come from. Like, all right, cool. If I put this out there and I receive what you putting out there, and we're on agreeing terms, then there shouldn't be no issue. That's the biggest gamble of them all. Hoping that there's not gonna be no issue.
But it's because of the sex though. The sex is everything. Because if it's mind blowing,
Yeah.
It's an issue. Like, I can tell you up front, it's an issue.
That's why you gotta learn to have less of an attachment to sex, and it sounds like trigonometry for real.
I'm about to say this nigga acting like this shit easy peasy.
It's definitely not, but it's something that could be worked towards.
Yeah, well, let me know. You see me making the therapy videos earlier. You might need you up on that. It's some bras out here I'm scared of, Slim.
Oh, nigga, you and me both. That's why I said it's all about strategic. You gotta strategize.
Man,
Look, if I know that she gonna blow my motherfucking mind to the point where I'm being in a fetal position afterwards, we not fucking with each other. We gonna be friends, regular friends.
And I can't even be friends, man. Like,
I'm talking about,
I told you my story.
Pen
Yeah.
You be pen pals. Keep it from a distance. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, blocking and all that shit. So, that shit traumatizing.
Yeah, see, like, luckily for me, I've had enough personal experience to where I can separate the two. Because I've definitely, like I said, been on the receiving end of that shit. And that shit feels horrible.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, yeah, detaching yourself from certain things makes certain things easier. That's why probably friends with benefits is easy for me. But it's not necessarily easy for everybody. I get that.
Nah, he just scratching his ego right now.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
That has nothing to do with ego. That's just that's
I
how
don't
you
have
handle life.
attachments. You
Like,
know?
look at him. Like, just listening to him now, I could just think about, like, all the females that would listen to this, they'd be like, I want to see what this dude is about. This shit.
I hope not, bro.
He is transparent.
Yeah.
Girl, he's so transparent. Like,
He be using big words.
I don't want to deal with none of that shit. I feel like I have enough friends with benefits in my life. I don't want to bring that. You was right. I don't want that extra attention. That's too much.
I'm help. Like what you said. I ain't gonna say what you said. You said one statement. And as soon as you said it, it went in my mind. Like, oh, okay. I see what he did.
I mean,
cool.
you
I'm
told
cool,
me
man.
before the podcast you're antisocial, which is obvious.
Yeah, man. I like being to myself. But if I have something worth talking about, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Saying
we
Leonard
got a lot in
voice talk.
common. And that Twitter thing was y'all like a red flag too.
Twitter thing.
Yeah, you seeing me on Twitter. That was you seeing me on Twitter. That was kind of like a red flag right there. I didn't know he had a Twitter
That was
page.
smooth as butter, bro.
This nigga's like, oh shit.
But Twitter the only thing I'm on right now because I don't necessarily want to come back to social media until I have myself established.
Yeah.
He can't give up on that Twitter though.
Cortez, he caught me in the middle of like going smack, right? And I've been kind of after this chick for like a few years technically.
That shit was so well done.
And like she does like radio. I can give you the whole story, right? So when I first started working at GW, this is probably like 2012. I used to work overnight, right? And when I would get off in the morning, I would listen to like the Russ Parr Morning Show.
Mm-hmm.
And so about early 2013, they brought in an intern. And on the radio, she sounded y'all like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So I had to look her up or whatnot, and that's who it was. It was her.
Yeah.
It was her. So I was like, damn, she sound like her. You know what I'm saying? So, this when Instagram was like brand new. And it wasn't no DMs or nothing like that. So you just had to comment on like the old pictures and all.
That shit was so reckless.
Yeah, so I'm doing a little comment, ain't nothing ever come of it or whatever. So remember a couple of years ago, I was getting nominated for the little photographer of the year and all that.
Yeah.
She was like a correspondent because she worked on the radio, and she was like one of the people hosting the joint. And I had like introduced myself to her and all this. I'm like, I've been a big fan, but listening to you for years and this and that. And then she was like, cool, okay, yeah, what's your name again? I know she ain't gonna remember being nothing like that. So I made it a personal like mission to just make sure she remembers me here and there. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, she just got a job as the weather lady on the news. And so now, mind you, when I'm on Twitter, I don't really think it's a lot of people that I know that's on there. So I'm a little bit more extra raw than I would normally be. As far as like me going smack out in the open and this and that. So, I do the whole pickup line thing and all this and that. So she posted a tweet and she was giving like her little review of the little weather report or whatever. So I responded to the joke and I was like, I was like, when I prayed to God that I could wake up to you every morning, you working for the weather, you working for the news company wasn't exactly what I was talking about, but I take it for right now. You know what I'm saying? And then she responded, she was like, "Oh, this is so flattering. This made me laugh." You know, with a bunch of laughing emojis and like that. And then she was like, "Thank you for the support." You know, I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, "Ah, you know, I'm gonna pop up in like another month or two and say some other slick shit." This nigga the next day. This nigga was like, "Yeah, I seen you on Twitter yesterday." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Then he sent the little screen.
That boy smooth as butter, boy.
I was like, "Oh damn, I ain't even know niggas was on that jump." You
I'm
know,
scrolling down. I'm like, yo. Oh, that's smooth. Hold on. Screenshot.
Pocket that motherfucker. Bro.
Like, yeah, let me hit this man and let him know I'm proud of that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the story. I didn't know niggas was on Twitter.
Hey man.
Yeah, now you know.
But I love pickup lines, man. I like you know, and they just so
I get a joy out of creating them, but I don't ever use them.
I do. And it's just right in the moment. As soon as I seen her doing the weather, it just came to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a gift.
yeah,
It's a gift, man. It's freestyle off the top.
yeah. Like it just, I don't. But yeah, that was the story.
Oh man,
Hopefully she could be a friend with a benefit one day.
oh,
Like, I support it, bro.
Yeah.
I support it.
goes from I want to wake up to you every day to just I just want to see you from time to time.
I'll take either one. See, I like that. You know, whatever, get in where I fit in. Is that what they say?
Unless Courtney comes along.
Yeah, it's a wrap. She's like a diet Courtney.
a diet Courtney, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, Courtney must be bad then.
Courtney Elise, the girl who does like the little videos for YouTube and shit. She used to do little jumps with Cornell.
Because if she diet her and Slim is bad as she is, then
Yeah, she like diet Courtney. Yeah, Slim is bad too. I ain't gonna lie, but
she's definitely
she like
bad.
diet Courtney. Yeah.
Like that's so wrong when I hear like diet Courtney. Like damn,
But
bro.
that's still good though. Like some diet sodas are still, you know.
No, they're not.
I
They have
mean-
that piss poor aftertaste, regardless of what you look
It
at.
tastes like air, bro. Carbonated air.
No, I need a better analogy then. Let me,
Who said Courtney light?
Courtney,
one is like milk chocolate and the other is like white chocolate. How about that? Both good.
I mean, in my sense, yeah, but a lot of people don't like white chocolate. You know,
I mean, yeah.
if you would say like dark chocolate, because actually dark chocolate is healthier for you. Like that'll be more of a.
I don't know. I don't know if they healthy though.
I said one's healthier for you. I didn't say healthy. Healthy.
I'm talking about the females.
Oh.
I can't compare them to something healthy if I'm not sure that they're healthy.
I mean, unless one
Like
of them
they-
thick, that you can use that as an analogy for healthy.
Well, nah, they both got the same kind of body frame for real.
Oh well.
Yeah,
We'll just toss that one out.
yeah.
Maybe
No,
we'll
it works, but I don't know if Courtney's healthy. I don't know if Brittany's healthy. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like both be toxic, and then we got to compare. You know, Pokemon or something. One's coughing and one's grandma. You know?
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Mark, one of the kings of Friends with Benefits.
Yes, sir.
Step on up to the mic.
This nigga's the Nate Dogg of Friends with Benefits. Nigga.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't have any friends.
Not at all.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. He got it. Late night jazz. Excuse me, ladies.
He gonna say no, then tell us a story about. I mean, well, technically,
Yeah, have his own definition for this shit.
I definitely had my shares, but it wasn't a whole lot. It was a few
Is that what you were saying off air?
here and there.
so what's a few? It's random numbers.
I don't
Just
know.
throwing up,
Probably like three. Probably like three.
Bullshit.
What we talking about?
3 this year. His number of Friends with Benefits.
What,
Nah, years
lifetime?
ago.
Lifetime number?
No, what he's
Because I'll absolutely call bullshit.
Yeah.
Dang.
I would absolutely.
Yeah,
call
lifetime number, like out of the whole span, bro. Cause like
See, now you see where we coming from, bro. You
When-
see how we.
We need to set up a policy.
I really
No
I got
bullshit,
really
bro.
big into relationships like dumb early. Like when I was able to find people that was able to connect to me, because connecting to me back then was a hard thing to do, or what I felt was a hard thing to do. Like before, before the weird shit actually became cool, or expressed more and shit like that. So, being able to connect to somebody that was willing to accept me, that's where it was just like, nah, bro. Like now I gotta get more serious about this shit. So I mean, I had my phases back then, but when I
And now.
Definitely now.
when I officially became, I would say like 15 or 16, then it was just like, all right, cool, bro. Like this ain't cute no more. Like I can't pull this shit off.
Trying to be fake mature.
So
What about last year?
Hanging niggas over balconies, all that shit.
Yeah, all that shit. That
I
type
still
of shit.
had growing to do. I was still growing up in high school, bro.
I was like that shit's you know, got to grow in relationships, but you can still beat niggas senseless and all that. Like that.
But
You just stole off when your man's like a couple months ago.
Right.
first and foremost, that was a long ass time ago.
What do you mean?
And then,
So
and
what
on
about,
top of that, that was
what about the
reason.
trip to the harbor, man? You know what I'm saying? Like that was, as Cortez would say,
Yeah, that's
benefit to the
that-
friendship or whatever.
Well, that's
Hey,
literally that was just friendships. Well, so going to the harbor, that the joints, you know, the pictures and everything that you saw was from the harbor. That was actually for one of a former coworker's birthday. So
Okay.
that I wouldn't say that's, I can't call that a friend of benefits because I'm not doing nothing with them.
You didn't do nothing with none of them.
We waited. We know.
One thing has happened with one, and then after that it was just like, nah, that's not where it's supposed to be. And that was, and what I
But it
call
happened.
No, you don't get to assess
And what
afterwards. Did it happen? Like we don't, like everybody can be like,
to
oh,
me,
nah.
it's what I call a weak ass moment within 2 minutes.
That doesn't matter.
So
Friends with benefit Cortez? Is that
and so
I
from
feel like
the,
it has to happen more than once for it to be labeled.
Or not even
right,
putting
right.
putting a bunch of stipulations.
well, yeah,
They
that,
on
I,
teams.
now I
They
get
on
where
teams.
I get where you coming from saying that because it's just
they on
like,
teams? That's all it is.
but
Like you get it because
for
you
one,
agree with it.
it wasn't like really much of a benefit. It was just like, bro, like, all right, it was a convenience thing, and then after, like, literally after like 2 minutes, it was just like, nah, this
It happened, bro. That's
this
the benefit.
can't go.
You benefited for
So-
2 minutes, bro.
So
Wait. Did you stopped mid benefit?
It's a mid benefit.
if that's what you want to call it,
Benefit.
if that's what you want to call
Oh,
it,
that's horrible.
so
That's unheard of.
so
I'm appalled.
like literally, and like I actually came back. I came back to my more
Senses?
mature, my more mature self, because it was just like, you know what, bro. I was just like,
again.
I was just like, nah,
Getting
bro.
cocky.
This is not supposed to happen. This is not gonna go well because I'm gonna tell you this: if it was to continue, it's not gonna build. It's not gonna go nowhere.
And you telling yourself that, like, mid, yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
You got a lot of internal commentary during the moment.
yeah, bro. I snapped back in. It was just like,
That's
nah.
one thing I can say we have in common. I do have a lot of internal commentary.
Man, see, I got internal
Even-
commentary
not
too.
during
But
sex.
if we talking about
Even during
the
that,
act,
like that's
my
so
internal
weird.
commentary is telling me not to come quick. That's my internal commentary. It's not me telling, look, this ain't gonna go nowhere. You need to
It's
stop.
not,
So-
it's not a guarantee. Well, he gonna get listened to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
It's a gamble.
Right.
It's about gamble.
a lot of people,
right.
a lot of people like to perceive me as like having the pick of the litter because I'm around.
I hate him so much, bro.
Shots fired.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
They like to say that because like I'm around females a lot. Like majority of my friends are females. That I'll say.
We know.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and like that actually began to pick up more because of now other places that I've worked. Like, you know, the previous places I've worked, I was literally it was a higher number of women. And even when it came from the last place that I worked at that I just left, I was literally just the only dude there. So
I mean, you don't have to meet friends at work.
I literally worked at Target where you see what they look like up there,
Yes.
and
that doesn't
My
matter. You
friends
still
were
got a high.
majority males.
You still have a high number of males though. Out of like literally like when it came to America's Best, it was like
So what law is it where you can only make
the numbers
only
was
make male
literally
friends
the
at work?
numbers at
Yeah.
first. At first, it was like only 3 of us, and only 2 of us was straight. Then another one came, but he's not straight, so
So he's disqualified.
he wasn't straight. So there was literally like out of total
He had less
4
options.
out of 4 dudes, and then like a serious almost 2 handful of women. So the numbers was very high. Now when it came to the next,
So out of 4 dudes, you didn't befriend that near other dude.
I did befriend them, but it was always me befriending the females as well because I was around them more.
Okay.
Like so, like when it comes to like the dudes, we chill in spurts. We don't try to get into each other's spaces.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like alpha male shit. All right, cool. What's up, bro? We talk about a couple little joints or whatever during lunch or whatever. If we'll have lunch together. or if we even have a shift
I
together.
wouldn't say that's alpha males because there's plenty of them.
Yeah,
I feel like we're
But then
all
at the
alpha
same
males
time,
in
it's just
this
That's
like
round table
at
talk
the
right
same
there.
time, it's
Yeah.
just like we try to we try to respect each other's spaces. Then
I just feel like you don't like hanging out with dudes.
I do.
You don't.
It's just
I feel like you don't
I
because
do.
even when you told us a story about your friend, you ended up smacking the shit out of him.
yeah, exactly.
well, that was me. That was with other shit. Like that was other conflicts that was like being built over the years,
Right.
and that finally just like it happened.
And you got a high amount of testosterone and hostility, which does not
I really
translate
don't.
well with men.
I really don't.
You
I
was just talking about going on the street and then looking at people and wanting to fight them because
No,
they was
first and
walking in a certain
foremost,
way.
don't do
Then
that
try to
shit
give us
because
a-
you basically just now manipulated the story. I don't look at people and say I'm ready to fight. I say I be prepared to fight because a lot of people
That's ready.
when I say certain things, some people don't take that as they be ready to be combative off bucks. So I have to be prepared for that. Me being prepared for that is not saying, oh yeah, I want to fight everybody.
Prepared
I
and
fucking
ready
see.
is the same thing.
I mean, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. That's all I know, man.
So and like I said,
he's
like
a fighter.
I'm
Cortez
aware,
is a fighter.
and I'm always aware of my surroundings. Like there actually has been times where I literally just have my guard down and people just ready to tee the fuck off. I'm not gonna sleep on that moment. You're not gonna catch me like that again. So there's that. But when it comes to like actually having male friends, there's actually was a point in time where it was literally like a whole apartment of just us fellas. Like it was like a bachelor pad, but of course it wasn't my spot. I just go over there, and then those were like that was the brotherhood. That was just a pack of niggas. So and that was cool. But it's very rare that I actually had male friends that either had the time or weren't really chasing after ass. And literally, that's what a lot of my male friends would do. I still got male friends that I see from time to time. But a lot of
every male chases out the ass.
but
though.
most of the time, it literally,
not
but,
every male, but you know.
but if it's to talk all day, that's not where I'm at. I'm like, damn, bro, like, damn, we can't have a homie moment or whatever. Like, your only mission is to chase after ass. That becomes redundant to me. That's a failed mission. That's a failed day altogether. I've literally had friends that literally just like, I bet you won't go smack. I bet you won't do this. Damn, nigga, I'm just trying to enjoy this drink. And like you sitting there talking about going smack all the time. I'm trying to enjoy these wings. Let's play a game of pool or whatever. Let's go do some shit. Because first and foremost, you giving too much fucking control out in this atmosphere trying to chase after ass the entire fucking day.
You know what Mark sound like? Just a nigga who doesn't have to chase out the ass. The ass comes to him.
Nah, because I literally like I'm
kinda
not
hear
always not that super
kinda
interested.
hear
Like yes,
I kinda
there's some
hear
interest there. Like there's times I look, I'm like, oh yeah, such and such. But at the same time, it's just like, am I really gonna put in the energy to it? Nah, I'm not. I'm too busy. Where most of my energy is going into is me trying to be chilling and trying to actually enjoy the day because it's not too many days that I actually laugh, smile, or enjoy. So I'm too busy trying to actually be happy about my day. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, but some people, ass makes them happy. Ass makes me happy. It brings a smile to my face.
Ass can come and go.
I mean, yeah. So
So,
What doesn't though?
So
happiness is fleeting, bro. I feel like you should more so enjoy it. I think the only difference between you and your friends is priorities. You don't prioritize ass the way they do, but yeah, you can't fault them for that.
I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But, I'm not always going to be on the same wavelength. And then now it's actually gotten to a point where, like, literally they're like, yeah, man, well, I don't got time to, hang out right now. I'm too busy trying to get this ass that I'm trying to acquire and achieve. Like, you don't even actually have it in the pocket yet. You still chasing after the shit. So you just saying, nah, bro, I don't want to hang out because I'm too busy chasing ass. So it's just
I get where.
So it's
that
like,
can
all right,
be
cool.
A derogatory thing.
So now the communication is falling off a little bit. It's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna let you do you. But now we're getting into the habit of having less communication and hanging the fuck out and shit like that. And like I said, I let people do them. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to learn to basically plug in the time that I had for that with something else, me doing me. So now I actually had more opportunity to be around women because most of the time, well, really my entire day was go home or go to work. And I'm around women all the time because there was more women than there was men. And I'm always communicating with them. I had to, especially when the America's Best, I had to communicate. It was literally like from front to back, we had to be one moving machine. If somebody wasn't communicating or saying what's going on or whatever, then shit could fall apart. And I didn't want to be a part of it.
I think that this honestly speaks about the circle, because you finding more like-minded individuals, more like-minded male individuals to be around, I mean, you around him now.
Yeah, now. So yeah, like when it comes to this is probably just about as good as it gets when it comes to the males. Now when it
I
comes to the
wouldn't say that.
females,
I feel like
I've become when it comes to the females now. When it comes to the attachments that I have with the ones I hang out with now, like they like me because I'm the honest dude. And a lot of
That's not the only reason.
and I've actually had friends that really wanted to fuck with me because it's like, bro, like out of like an actual nigga, like he's so real, like yeah, man, like you know, if I wanted to call him about a nigga, like he keeps it up front, and I do. I try at the best of abilities. I tell both sides of the story from my experiences and shit like that, and what I think it is.
Oh, y'all out here telling the guy code, man.
Bruh, first and foremost, there's times I actually speak as an advocate for a nigga I've never met. Like when I hear something that the female's doing wrong, I'm keeping it 100 with them. So they're like, all right, cool, I respect, I give you more trust, but because you keep it 1,000 with me. So there's that, and then also there's ones that are like I'm like a brother to them, like literally. I've just been told the last time I hung out with my friend, yeah, you're more than just like a best friend, you're like a brother to me. And there are ones who I actually take as sisters. Like there's one I call a sister now. Like literally, like she'll be like, hey brother, and such and shit like that.
When they say shit like that, don't take it as a literal sense.
Well, first and foremost, she has a man.
So
and two, like and she's really dedicated.
Look at that nigga Abe right now. Like this nigga's been in many situations.
So the fuck what? Just because his situation was different from theirs doesn't mean shit. You see one experience that's not even yours, and you try to say that that's their situation. That's unfair as fuck.
I would say
every situation is not the same.
A female being in a relationship doesn't hold the same barrier as it once did.
This one, like, this one definitely got some history, some like long term history, and she was like serious about her shit.
This motherfucker's cheating on motherfuckers that's been in a relationship for 20 years.
So the fuck what? But this is not the situation I'm talking about. So, like I'm saying, like there's literally periods.
We're both on the outside looking in.
There's literally points of period of times like I'm literally like
this
just a
knows
brother.
Everything.
I'm just like a brother or whatever. But like now, there's actually somebody though I do try to hang out with that actually lives around the area, but he has a lot on his plate right now. He's being the family man right now. So and he's handling his business. So there's that. And now when it comes to hanging out with the females, we always said it to this. Once we go our separate ways, work at different places or whatever, we always want to try to keep in connect. Our way of keeping in connect is like hanging out.
Right.
So that's what also brought up, the initial part when you saw me at the harbor. One, it was already planned because it was one of the girls' birthdays.
No, only thing I was asking was like, so throughout your whole life, like that worked for the females, but for somehow, some way, it never really works with the dudes. Like from elementary school to middle school to high school to all the jobs you've had up until now, you haven't maintained like no guy friendships.
And no, I've had guy friends. It's just literally just friendships had fallen off, or it was just lack of communication. And with me, it was I've always had this habit of distant communication type of shit. Okay. Like I even have friends that I know from elementary school that I literally, like one friend that I spoke to yesterday, I don't really talk to him like I used to, unless, and most of the time, like the most communication we'll have is when we're in front of each other or around each other and shit like that. But other than that, it's just like it's spread out a lot. That's just me in general.
Okay.
Because like I got a lot of shit going on, so there's a lot of shit that I try to get established and under control. So there's that. Now, the reason why I'm also in such a high communication with the females because they were really included in my everyday life.
Okay.
So there was that. Now, again, they stuck more because they communicate more. Either they wanted to vent or whatever, or they're just around me every day. So it just actually had more of a chance to establish something deeper or stronger because it was more bond and communication coming in. Now, back then, like I said, I've had my male friends and shit like that, cool and all that. It's just like I said, the communication fell off. So, opposed to male and female, I was just around the females more. And that just happened to be a thing.
Okay.
So, that's why a lot of people was just like, yeah, man, where the girls at? Shit, nigga, you tell me.
I mean, you're with them.
Yeah, you
That's why,
are.
that's why they're asking you.
It's a reason as to why they're asking you that.
Yeah, but no, they're literally. But there's some people that like literally like, yeah, man, you got the joints on deck. Nah,
Right.
I
They-
don't.
You
do.
do.
Because
I clearly do.
Because they see you with them. So
Yeah.
that's the
They-
that's
like-
the assumption.
People would ask me the same shit because if you like Abe knew me from high school, the best friends that I would have, he's known them, and they are not ugly in any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shit, even if they were, it doesn't like.
Yeah.
It's just some niggas. It just don't matter.
Well, yeah. It was
If
just
I'd
like,
have seen you at the harbor with the females that you were at the harbor with, like, no matter what kind of story that you came back here and told us, I'm gonna look at Mark like, yo, he's the man.
I'm just,
Yeah.
no, I'm just the friend in the circle. I'm just happen to be the only male that's in that circle.
Yeah, but
Until either they want to bring their boyfriends or whatever. I'm just the one that's always like available. Like, yeah, all right, cool. Like they're like, all right, we're gonna do this night. All right, cool, I'm with it. And then so I'm there. So I'm the one who's always having their foot in most of the time. Now, until any other males started to get involved, then it's fine. Especially for those who try and go smack and they just meet them the night of. I step back. All right, cool, do your thing. And sometimes like I could be cordial with the dude or not, but sometimes the dude has just only one thing in mind. He has a mission. So now certain things that they say or do is a little disrespectful, and I ain't got time for it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you do you. I don't want you to feel like you have any type of control over me trying to shake your hand and see what's good with you and shit like that. Because there are some males that literally just try to do too fucking much. They got too much shit to prove. I ain't got time for that. If you want to go ahead and try to make your nuts swing, go ahead, do you. And you don't have to do that with me around.
definitely need that visual.
Yeah, they're not something now. and it's easy for you to be cocky like that because at the end of the day, you'll still be there.
No, I just don't have time or the patience for this shit. That's why it's just like, that's how I am with mine. Because like I said, for me, I don't look forward to putting myself in situations that's going to piss me off. I know that I could be upset about certain shit. So it's just like, all right, cool. You have your ego and shit like that. I've dealt with many egos from women before to a point where now it's just like, I ain't got time for nobody's ego at all. So it's just like, all right, cool. I can sense this shit. You want to do you? Go ahead. I don't have to be around you. Now, if you're making it your mission to go out your way to disturb my peace, even when I'm at a distance from you, then we got a problem. And that's why, like, a lot of dudes, I really don't I don't put myself around sometimes because they literally have that one thing to do. They want to be, like, all over one joint. I've even went to a club where literally I got pushed around so many fucking times to the point that I had to go the fuck off. Because they were trying to fucking ball up on one fucking female that I just happened to be next to.
Okay.
And so it's just like, there's certain energies coming from males, whereas like certain niggas I can fuck with and certain niggas I can't. And it's just a higher number of niggas that I can't right now. Because they on that idiot shit. Or to me, idiot shit. So, yeah.
I mean, you got idiot moments.
I do. But I also put them in check.
Not all the time.
Oh, I do.
We have to check you numerous times, and you just be like, "No, that's not what we talking about. That's not it. It happens."
Nah, bro. There's literally times like I'm literally like self-talking myself.
Like,
Just because you don't see that shit doesn't mean it's not.
I mean, I
happening.
do the same shit. Like, I admit that I have idiot moments.
Okay, and I do. I'm not flawless, obviously, but I'm not gonna sit here and for shit that I obviously can correct or like slightly immature shit that's just constantly going on. That's gonna be a problem. That's a lot of niggas that I meet. I meet a lot of, or I should say, ignorant niggas. The ignorance is just not with me. So, like I said, I just back off of certain shit. So there's that. But it just so happens I'm around a lot more females because they're a part of my everyday life and they stuck more. Like I said, they'll hit me up to fucking like vent and shit like that. And then after that, it's like, boom, all right, cool. Or they'll be like, all right, you want to hang out Friday? All right, yeah, shit. I ain't got shit else to do.
And then you just got the ultimate discipline with every single one of them.
But,
I have to.
My bad.
Because
No, you good.
Because I've been in situations where, like I said, I've had my phases, and then I've also been on the receiving end, like y'all communicated before. So that woke me the fuck up for sure. So now I've built this super conscious. I don't know where the fuck it came from because it wasn't deliberate, but now I've developed this super conscious where it's just like, bruh, like, are you willing to do this? And it comes back to you, what are you gonna do? Because you can't do nothing but get mad at yourself.
Okay.
At this point, it's your fault. Because you went out there with the intention like that. So a lot of times that I've had experiences of being hurt because it's like I didn't have the intentions of receiving something negative because I wasn't putting out anything negative. I wasn't trying to put out anything negative. So it's just like, all right, cool. Like, I think this will be more of a breeze. But the magnitude of negative shit that came back was just like, what the fuck? And it just keep opening my eyes more. It's just like, bro, I never want to deal with that shit. So in order for me to, what I believe is like, in order for me to cipher out of that shit happening to me, I can't do that either. So of course, when it comes to super discipline, you know, I have to have that. And there's just joints that literally, when I actually allow the moment to evaluate, I start to find things that really I don't care for. At first, it could be like, oh, yeah, man, like, she cute, she bad. Oh, maybe I should go ahead and ask her out on a date, such and such and such, or whatever. Then next thing you know, I'll give it like, nah, maybe I should wait it out, which I'd be happy to do because now I start to discover shit about that person where it's just like, damn, like, I dodged a bullet.
I guess so, man.
So when I start paying attention to little things and actions where, like, damn, bro, like, that actually affected me. Like, that shit, like, it annoyed the fuck out of me. Do I want to deal with that? No, I don't. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, yeah, every time if there's always wake up moments where if I come closer, there's always something telling me that's pulling me back.
As a friend with a benefit, though, do you really have to put up with that kind of stuff?
As a friend with a benefit, I just don't want to take the chance. I don't even like doing one night stands.
If you're gonna be
like,
friends,
it's just too much at risk.
The thing is, if you're gonna be friends, you're either putting up with it anyway, or you're not. The only thing that's the difference is the sex.
For one, I don't have an algorithm for that. For one, like I can't pull that off. I don't believe I can pull that off. And two, it's just too much at risk.
You saying that you don't believe something that doesn't hold really much weight because we sit here and watch you.
I don't do it. I mean, like I said, I've had my phases back then when I was a teenager,
and now it's just
when I was a young teenager, I did it. Then it was just like, all right, cool, and I started getting more invested into relationships.
And now you
like,
just clean cut, Mark.
No, I'm not like super clean cut. I still have my shit going on with me, but at the same time, it's just like, bro. Like, I want to go for the seriousness. I want to have something that actually has more weight to it instead of just like, you know.
But wasn't your last girl a one night stand at one point?
Yeah. Again, like. And on top of it, it wasn't even my intentions. Again, I find out that I'm supposed to be one night stands.
Just keep letting them talk. I'm telling you.
I found out literally, the last two girls that I dealt with, I found out either in the middle or at the end when we're supposed to separate, and their intentions was like, I'm not gonna talk to him ever again. It's like, yeah, Mark, you're supposed to be a one night stand. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, whole time I'm sitting there trying to be like honorable and shit like that.
We're both females.
Yeah, and then like, I'm finding out like, yo, your intention, your first plan was for me to be a one night stand.
I just want you to take a deep breath, pause, and repeat that last line one more time. You're trying to be honorable, with two different women.
Yeah, like when I actually,
there is no.
Are you asking? Are you asking at the same time or?
It sounds like at the same time, yeah. Right?
No. So when I dealt with the one that I dated for 7 years,
okay,
I found out in the middle of that I was supposed to be a one night stand.
Right.
And then after that, we separated for a good minute, for like nearly a year and a half. Then there was a new one I got involved with. Right. Now, over time, I found out again that I was supposed to be a one night stand because she was curious. Like, so I told you the first time she told me the first time I met her. Me and her, we had the worst first impression. I ain't ever want to see her again. I was just like, bro, like, dog, like, all right, cool. You want to hang out with Shorty? That's fine. Do you? But I'd rather not be around her again. But then the second time I met her again, it was just like, all right, bro. And I thought to myself, I was like, all right, they already pulled up here. It was already set in stone to hang out with shit like that or whatever. And I just self-talked to myself. I was like, maybe you just being a little pessimistic. Be optimistic about the situation. You never know. So I went for it. So I was like, all right, cool, we're just going to hang out. And so the vibes were a lot more better. We discussed the miscommunication of what happened with the first impression. And so over time, she told me, she was just like, bruh, like, I've seen you hanging out with your boy that one time and such and blah, blah, blah. And I just got a little curious. Now, for what I was told, at first she thought, oh, yeah, he must have a little joint or whatever. And then next thing you know, it was just like other shit she just coming up with reasons with. But she was like, yeah, you're supposed to be a first night stand. Now, when I did what I did with her, it was just like, bro, I'm going to be more honorable with that because I've heard her backstory and everything. And I've had friends that had their backstories because she was a dancer. And then I had friends that were dancing. I seen the shit that they went.
A stripper? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gotta clarify.
when that happened, I was like, bro, like, you know, I'm not gonna be
Right.
I like
Y'all
first
clarity already.
First,
knew
I was
it.
feeling. First, I was really feeling her vibes and everything like that, and it was cool and shit like that. And then also, it was just like, bro, I'm not gonna be like that. So, you know, my intentions was to be more, you know, involved. Then she was just like,
but you already had the friends with benefits part though, right?
yeah, well, that just happened. For
I'm
one,
starting to hear that
to be honest
storyline
with
It
you,
just sound like you
to
don't
be
allow
honest
yourself
with
to
you,
live in the moment.
to be honest with you, that moment it wasn't even like a friendship thing because like I didn't know it. It was just the second time we met.
Oh, so now it don't count because y'all wasn't friends. I got it.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I got
it
you.
happened, but at the same time, when that was going on, I was just like, bro, am I gonna let this get away from me? Am I gonna let her get away from me? Nah,
Sound
I'm,
like
I'm gonna
Cortez
invest
now.
more
Core
into it.
feelings.
It
Core
sound like
feelings. Yeah.
Cortez,
Oh no.
That one, yeah.
And that's why I
Let
felt,
her
and I
get
felt like we did that because of that. I didn't know it was on her mind to do a one night stand,
Yeah,
and then
you changed your mind with the sex.
but then like.
Again,
She started getting more involved, and after she got more involved, that's when she expressed that to me. She was just like, "Yeah, you know, this, and this." To be honest with you, you're supposed to be a one night stand, but here we are, like being more involved and dating and going out and this, and this.
So we have a common pattern here.
I'll be right back though, because I gotta do something.
All right.
He got to text
she
another
outside.
woman and shit.
She outside.
Yeah,
Let me get this quickie out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Stand popping.
Speaking of hold on, speaking of benefits, let me go outside right quick.
This nigga, bro.
Yeah. But as you can clearly hear, you let Mark the Great talk. You keep letting him talk, and the story's gonna come out, man.
He sound like he don't allow himself to live in the moment. A little bit over analytical with shit.
Mark is definitely like he analyzes way too much to his own fault.
Like I'm guilty of the same thing, but like I don't go into a situation with any expectations. That's how you disappoint yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good practice right there.
yeah, like no expectations. And I mean, I'm a natural pessimist, but I don't think I'm gonna go somewhere like, oh, this bitch about to bore the shit out of me, or like, yeah, not like I don't.
It's something bad. You said natural pessimist, so that means like
I look at
that's
most
you're
situations
potent.
like the cup half empty.
Okay,
Oh shit.
he's one of these niggas.
Yeah.
Never could quite grasp the concept of what the cup half full or half
Yeah.
empty. I don't know.
Bro.
Man, I think I'm getting better at trying to view things in either more neutral or more optimistic.
Yeah.
Can't feel like everything's gonna have a bad outcome. I think it's just like because I was dealing with like a strain of bad outcomes, so it's like naturally that gets in your headspace and you're like, all right, well,
Traumatizing. Yeah.
why expect something good to happen if this?
Yeah, man, it's
this is what my
PTSD at
life
this
is?
point.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
PTSD definitely. I mean, I feel like, well, at least when it comes to females, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm happy-go-lucky.
I think I'm neutral now, man, because like I've had my high times where it's like I've been on a spree.
Yeah, you did. Yes. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I've definitely had those low times where it's like, damn, the fuck am I? Am I that busted? I've had the best of both worlds with that shit. So
No,
I just come in with a neutral.
it is like hustling.
Yeah,
You have your good times. Block get dry sometimes.
they definitely do. Definitely do.
Yeah.
Droughts are real.
Yeah, when you booming, you booming. You like Frank Lucas, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you like Cuz from Paid in Full. Remember Cuz he was like one of the main drug dealers that he had got like arrested. And then by the time he got out, Mitch and them was like on top.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah. What was his name? Because Cameron kept calling him like Kermie.
Oh, I think
He was talking to Ace. And he was like, remember, because he was a meme. He was like a popular meme for like a long time.
Name, like I think it was Kermit. I think.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you know, I'm real proud of you. See you out here doing your thing. But he ain't really mean it, though.
Yeah, try to put the nigga on it. Like,
Yeah.
But he really just wanted his old spot back.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, it be like him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be a drought. It's a drought, man.
Droughts are real. They're tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. As far as like those stories and shit, the friends with benefits thing, like remember, like y'all niggas already then declared this as a friend, cause you remember the ones I was talking about,
Yeah.
like that. You can count that as a friend with benefits now.
I mean, I counted it regardless, but these two have like a strict regimen on what a friend is.
I don't have a regimen at all.
On what a friend is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
like-
say, I told you I ain't got no algorithm for this shit at all.
I mean, that he's gonna admit on air, but
I mean, I feel like it's necessary to have a specific viewpoint when it comes to certain things like that, because that's something you're investing yourself into, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not.
and if you do, you have an algorithm
Yeah, you got to.
because everybody, no matter what you're doing, everybody has a routine about something.
Yeah, and it's like certain things that you either will or won't allow. That's routine. Like if you feel that, all right, well, these are necessary red flags for me, so I can't be that with this person. That's
Right.
routine.
Right.
And I'm that way with a lot of shit. So that's why I don't have like endless friends with benefits. It'd be so easy to.
I mean, well, you was talking earlier,
Yeah,
I said I
definitely.
have
Fool with
select
us.
people in my life. I
But-
stand by that because that's facts.
But again, just like how Tez was saying before, it also depends on what you clarify as a friend with benefit.
Oh, he has friends. We're not worried about that part.
Yeah,
We're specifying the benefit portion of.
I got hella friends. I don't have hella friends with benefits because I'm particular. Can't just be with everybody.
Obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the thought process? You ain't got to be specific and say nobody names or nothing like that. But what's the?
I wouldn't do that anyway.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
I don't know who
what?
be listening to this?
Like, who? He said, "What about me?" Right. So what's the
Blow up.
what's the thought process when it comes to becoming a friend with a benefit? And then I want to get my thought process too.
All right. So for me, right, because it's usually the same. It's usually the same, like route. It's either and more times than that, it's like somebody I've met online. Cause I don't go smack. I've never been the type. Like I've never been that bold.
They just come at you.
More times than that, and it was something like
Back into a corner.
Yeah.
Back into a corner.
No,
Yeah, back into a corner.
I'll
They
finish
just-
it.
All right.
It's if it's like that, it's probably like because of a conversation piece, or because of either something I've commented on or something I've done that somebody else has commented on
Mhm.
that starts a dialogue. That can turn the conversation that way. You know what I'm saying?
So it had nothing to do with the way you look.
Not as far as I'm concerned. Not
He's
there.
not-
There
he's
has
not
been
gonna
times.
admit it.
Though. There have been times where the conversation has started because of compliments. You know what I'm saying? That's factual.
We
But
know.
I've never gone smack based on a compliment because I'm like I ain't that bold. Because a lot of times you'll get a thank you, and it's like there's an end to a conversation right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the manners. Yeah,
Yeah,
you want to
you
watch
know
out
what
for
I'm
manners, y'all. Thank you. The alls.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, smiley
Yeah.
face.
Conversation enders.
Yeah, smiley face. That's
For some
it's
people.
a deal breaker.
I'll keep the combo going. You had to block me.
Thank you. So
You
what
gotta put in
else?
the work, man. You gotta put in the work.
Yeah, I'll keep the conversation going, man.
Yeah, so for me, it depends on where the conversation goes.
Mm.
If that particular route is intrigue, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll come up. If you having that type of conversation, it'll come up. It's bound to come up, whether it's just a base comment or actual conversation based on it. Like I've had a situation start off of me saying something about somebody's they had, you know, on Facebook when you do them little quizzes and shit, and you
Mhm.
either get like a nickname or you'll get
Right.
like, yeah, I've commented on some shit like that, and that started a dialogue that led to, you know what I'm saying, friends with benefits. But yeah, for me, it's the conversation, because that lets you know whether you can be that bold with that person. Because I'm like I said, I'm not that bold in conversation unless I know I can be.
Okay.
So if I know, then it's like, all right, well, let's open that door. But yeah, if it's like, if it's not obvious to me, because I'm oblivious to a lot of shit. Like I've had people tell me down the line that they've had feelings or they felt this way or that way, and I've been completely oblivious to the shit because I'm not looking for it.
I experienced that as well.
yeah, we know.
Yeah, we just get
Like,
tired of
that's
hearing
just
you
real
talk.
shit. Like we just have similar experiences.
I
man.
bet.
You know, just being- and that's actually
Which is what we said earlier, but
and
okay,
that's
I digress.
That's probably
digress.
the common factor that's always the benefit from the situation anyway, because we always been oblivious. Like back then, like I've had more people tell me that they was attracted to me because I was a mystery. Like I would, first of all, like when I did hang out with a group of fellas when it was just me and like a whole big ass group of my male cousins, we used to just hang out on like 7th and 8th Street and Glenarm and shit like that. And so we used to just walk because ain't nobody was driving, so we used to walk everywhere. Just like, you know, when walking in the squad was a thing. So I was always the quiet nigga for everything. I was the dude that wore black hoodies even in the summer, all that. Like I was just
One of them niggas, huh?
yeah, I was in the back. Just
I mean, hey, if you didn't wear your jacket all year,
yeah, I was literally I was in the
That was
back.
cool, though.
You'll hear me laugh very few times or whatever, but like, you know, I ain't had shit to say. I was just like allowing the other older cousins do the talking and shit like that. And I was just chilling, and so
And they just flock to you.
yeah, the few like it was always like there was even
So what's a few? What's a few?
there was
I mean, give me a number. What's a few? 3?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
but I know there was this one girl that lived in the neighborhood around where my grandmother was, and so like there was sisters. There was 2 of them. They lived literally around the corner, and I guess they noticed that we was always out there talking and bullshitting and playing football or whatever on the street and shit. And so it was just one day we was just talking. I can't remember how they even came up, but so of course I was the quiet one, but I was always the one who was encouraging, oh, yeah, you know a girl, go ahead, call her up, such and such, but don't do nothing with it. And so I guess they was like, yeah, man, let me call such and such, let me call, I was about to put her name out there, but I'm not. Yeah, let me call up such and such and
We
such.
talking about way back in the day and all that. What's gonna hurt now?
Shit, you know.
Married now.
Yeah, because I know both of their names, and if you put 2 and 2 together, they're like, oh, yeah, that nigga talking about me. But,
So how long ago was this though?
it was long. It was.
Hey, come on, man. It was 10 years. It was 10 years ago. Come on.
It was over 10 years. I believe it was. Yeah, definitely over 10
Man.
years.
But I
But-
get sued for defamation of character and shit. Right?
But so, yeah, we just call them up and such. And so, like, I don't know when Shorty was peeping me out or whatever. Because again, I'm oblivious. I'm sitting too busy
Yeah, that's your favorite little statement.
trying to be under, like my older cousins and shit. It was just like the fit-in factor for me. Too busy just trying to be like, all right, cool, ha ha he or whatever, just with the fellas and shit, just being a part. And so now when we did talk, because she pulled me aside and was just like, yeah, you know, this, that, and the third. And then I was like, all right, cool. And if you're gonna give me the number, then I'll take it. So it was like that. And so she told me, she was like, yeah, man, like, you don't really talk much. And I was just trying to find out I want to find out what you're about. You seem interesting because you're not doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
So, and finding out that's a law of the attraction. Basically, I had one of the laws of attraction that I was unintentionally using, just not trying to stand out and all this other shit. I was standing out by not standing out.
Right.
So that always became a thing. Even to this day, I've had females say, like, yeah, Mark, like, you're intimidating. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, there's just like, every time, the first time I met you, you were always a mystery. I couldn't figure you out. And I'm like, why is it always a female that's trying to figure somebody out? And just like, I'm just doing me. And he's like, yeah, that's the thing. You say you doing you make it sound so casual, but you a fucking mystery. Like, there's just other shit about you. You know a lot, but at the same time, you don't show it or anything, and you're not talking to people much or anything like that. So it's just like, I gotta know. It was like, I want to be the first one to conquer this shit type of thing.
But that still only works for certain dudes.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
Some niggas
Yeah,
they will let be the mystery.
and the law of the
Yeah,
mystery.
exactly.
The law, now, I don't know how well it works now. I would say for me,
go.
it died down.
Nigga, I'm
Like,
just gonna be
it doesn't
undiscovered.
work as much as it used to
They
back
got me
then.
undiscovered.
Because like
Hidden gem.
to me, sometimes I'm a bit of a mystery. I don't talk to too many people most of the time or whatever. I mean, for those I'm cool with, I chime in every now and then, shit like that, and then go try to do my own thing or whatever to keep, just to make the time pass by. But other than that, I don't think, compared to back then from my experience, that being a mystery works as well today.
You don't think so?
It definitely
I don't. Well, in my, I would say
His
exactly,
is a mystery
exactly,
mixed with the way he looks.
exactly
That's the difference.
in a mystery because it doesn't work for me like it used to back then.
So you admit
I don't know if it was just like,
So
oh,
you-
well,
you
know,
admit
I
that
was
you're still trying to
younger
be a
and
mystery.
cuter or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever they thought. Back then it was just like, yeah.
There you go.
But
So what's back then?
back then, I don't know,
weeks ago.
like, I think I was
Like, he's-
I think I was 14.
Like, he be really talking like he like 50 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like back
I
then.
mean, but that's a long time for me. Then like I'm 30 now. And
Right.
That was 14.
15,
when I was
16 years ago.
Man, that's a long ass fucking
Probably
time.
look exactly the same minus the beard and the mustache.
Man, shit, can you go out without certain things that you enjoy every day for 15 years? Or would you say that's a long time?
I'm gonna say it's a long time, but listen, but
Okay.
listen to this though. They both knew me 15 years ago. How much has really changed?
Okay,
I
it doesn't
got
matter.
hair.
But they known you. I would still consider the same thing. They known you for a long time.
I can still
That's a
wear-
long time of knowing you.
Still got the same.
That's
style.
a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right? That's definitely a brotherhood at that
No,
point.
but I'm using that to the point you asked how much could change, and I'm like, I ain't really changed outside of like having hair.
That's why I said what I said.
And
For me, in my experience, I don't know if it works now today because it's not working for me like that now.
Are you really trying though?
I've definitely changed in 15 years since we went to school together. I definitely have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'd say that I talk more because I definitely talk considerably less back in the day, and it wasn't about mystery. I just didn't have shit to say. And more times than not, that's still the case. Like unless I have something to say, I'm usually not saying shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like
Yeah, facts. Like, I was away. I literally will sit by myself, chill by myself, or whatever sometimes, or just like I said, I'm with the group and I'm just there, and it's just like, damn, what the fuck? Like, does this nigga not talk?
But I agree with Mike though. I think looks still play a part in that.
Yeah, because I did the exact same thing and got nothing.
Back then, I really didn't even find my physical attraction.
It's not
at
about
this
you.
point.
It's not you. It's not
Not-
about you though.
Yeah.
Like I never. Well, no, I'm saying I never really noticed. You know how some people like they start feeling themselves.
You
at
don't
a certain-
notice now.
You start.
Or at least you swear you don't.
You start
know
feeling
what I'm
yourself. You start feeling yourself at a certain age. I had none of that. It was just like.
So you feel yourself now?
I do a little more. Yes, I absolutely do.
I can tell you.
Like I mean, I
Tell
look
by-
in the
I can tell by the
mirror.
way you dressing all.
Yeah.
I look.
moments.
I look in the
I have
mirror.
Moments.
moment.
Yeah.
Shaping myself
Yeah, where you just
up,
get out,
trimming my
get
beard and
fit
shit
in
like
the
that.
gym
That
and shit.
takes notice in
Yeah.
certain things, and it's just like, all right, cool. I'm satisfied with that. So
My
yeah,
gym swole, yeah, that'll get me confident. But
definitely not gym swole.
yeah, it's like I'm.
Look at it. Like, yo, if y'all can see what this nigga looks
I wear
like
clothes.
right now.
I wear
He
clothes.
gonna- he gonna stick
I
his
wear
chest out while
clothes.
he
says
I wear clothes that fit
Definitely
me.
not.
Sorry.
No, you wear clothes that just show off muscles. Listen,
I wear
'Cause if
clo-
you wear
well,
clothes
that-
that if
okay.
you was to try to scratch your back right now, you
I-
better have a
I-
shirt
well,
in
for
your bag
one-
or something, don't you?
Yeah, I
Like,
be-
oh, shit,
Don't talk your way out
I
of
be
it. Try
having.
to-
I definitely
no,
be having trouble
try
with
to-
doing
try
that
to
because
scratch your back right
that's
now.
always
Don't-
been a
don't-
thing
don't
for
talk
me.
your way out of it. Scratch it. Look. Sleeves
Yeah.
dries up.
Yeah.
swole ass.
Like that's definitely always been a problem for me back then.
'Cause you cut.
At a certain
It's a
point.
problem right now. You cut.
No, well, that because I also have short arms.
Stop trying to use other shit.
I have short arms. I don't stretch. For those who actually work out, you know how
I
important
don't
that is.
stretch either. That doesn't mean shit.
The fact that he got all these excuses.
Yo,
lets
it
you
is-
know.
Yo, it be like I told you, bro. It's a thin line between humble and just annoying.
Can I get my thought process to the friends with benefits?
Please do.
Because Mark is making me mad. Man. Look at him. Look, hurry up. Look.
And then he got to poke his chest out even more.
no, bull.
It's like, bro, just swole and shit.
I had an itch in the middle of my back.
When it
Really
comes,
didn't.
When it comes to me, I'm like I'm more meticulous when it comes to getting friends with benefits, because I felt like I didn't have like the looks necessarily. I'm more mental,
Okay.
so I'm more predator than prey-ish.
Definitely don't want to use that all the time.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I was like, can I say that?
Yeah.
But yeah. So when I'm friends with females, which I'm friends with like a lot of females, and I'll make a decision like, I wonder if I can cross the line with her.
Yeah.
I study them.
You got to, because you got to know.
Right. And then what, like Mark was saying earlier, when you're friends with females, they tell you about all their problems. They tell you how stuff operate. They tell you their thought process.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
You got to kind of base things around that.
yeah. And I don't want to seem like you turn into a villain at this point. But essentially,
I mean,
kind of use what they give you.
because you got to know what not to do. It's
Right.
It's facts. That's not to say that it's villainous, because it's also you trying to be a good friend. Like,
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
tell you all that hot button topics and shit. Like, well, you know not to push those buttons.
Right.
So that's just you being genuine.
Exactly. And then, under that, it's like, now I know what other buttons to press.
Yeah.
Because
you like that. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just wear them down over time. And then that's how I get like a majority of my friends with benefits. Now, I do get in trouble sometimes because a lot of them still be like in relationships and stuff.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
Got into a crazy situation around this time last year.
That makes no sense to me.
What?
To you, but it makes
just
sense
having
to them.
friends and benefits with somebody. Well, for you, it makes more sense because you're not in a relationship. But for them to be in a relationship and they also doing this friends with benefits, that's fucking retarded.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
I know. Full circle. I know all the outlooks for that shit. Cause
and especially
it's
when how you consider friends and benefits.
It's not excusable, but
no, not
looking at certain relationships, you'll be like, oh, that's why she cheated, or that's why he cheated. Like it's never like, all right, well they did a good job by cheating, but you kind of be like, what?
You also letting them slide, letting them slide though,
because that's your folks.
No, not even that. Wow, that's nigga. You letting them slide because it's like, if it's anything going wrong, then just leave. I mean, now, I'm wrong, because I'm infiltrating the marriage, but at the same time...
That nigga said marriage. Oh, shit.
I'm like, at the same time, it's like...
Definitely done that.
Yeah, I feel like...
But the thing is, I can't talk either. I've done it.
Because I feel like every guy... You're single right now, Mark, right?
Yep.
All right. Gotta watch how he say,
Has with some excuse and shit?
Yeah, which come out there might be, oh, yeah. But I feel like every single guy has like infiltrated a marriage before,
or a relationship.
Whether intentional or unintentional.
I purposely didn't even say relationship because I feel like that's been super penetrating.
See, I don't think everybody has the option to infiltrate a marriage. You gotta be appealing to that person for you to do that.
But I'm talking about like on the basis of like friends. Like you gotta remember, you're already friends. And
I can see that.
Yeah, so it's like you're halfway through, like
halfway through custody.
Yeah, like
that's savage as shit, bro. Because if you friends with somebody that's married, that means you technically potentially friends with their spouse too.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
nah.
I mean, you don't have to be, but
nah.
like there is some type of connection. They know you now.
They be sneaky as fuck, low key, cuz, and then they don't be happy
they'll,
either.
They'll all right, so they might know my name.
Yeah, they don't know your face.
Or even if they do, like, it's not like you're getting caught.
First and foremost, bro, we either during the marriage or before the marriage. Like, there's got to been some point that they've met you before.
Oh yeah, like,
and like
you're friends.
especially you deep friends. Like you've seen the relationship happen type of shit. So it's just like, damn, bro. Like I shook hands with somebody who's fucking my wife right now. Like,
I mean, but you're on the outside, like looking in though. As far as like in a relationship wise, now I might be friends. Say if I'm friends with a female, like I might see her post a dude.
Yeah.
Might even run into him at the mall, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, like you said, introduce myself. Oh, my name's such and such. Dap up. I mean, that's just the gamble that you're putting in your girl. Like when you make that commitment, when you say those vows, you're trusting that she's like going to live up to like what she's saying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But
I got a different viewpoint of marriage completely anyway. Like that shit to me,
can't fade it.
Yeah, I can't fade it.
I have no problem with it.
I get how it appeals to some, but
it's too much trauma for me.
To me, and that's controlling as fuck. Like it's like boyfriend and girlfriend, but it's like that much more intense. Like it's documented now.
Yeah,
like it's a paper that says that this is what this is, and to me, it's like your property at that point.
I feel like that's the ultimate friends with benefits.
Marriage.
Yeah. And this is what I was gonna say about why I don't feel like friends with benefits can just be left at sex either. Because it's like if two people married and they get a divorce, like you can't tell me the female doesn't get benefits out of the marriage when she's taking like property, half of your money.
Yeah, but that's not giving benefits. That's taking benefits.
It's the same thing.
It's not though.
That's not.
If by law you getting half of my money, I'm not giving you that shit.
She's not taking the money. The government is taking the money and giving it to her.
She's taking the money
She's
because she signed for that shit. If you didn't have a prenup, she's signing to take your money, or vice versa.
So that doesn't at all count as a benefit. Like now, I can break down a situation perfectly for you, right? Let's say she's working full time. Y'all both work full time, and y'all get a divorce, and now she's gonna get 25% of your salary until she remarries again.
Yeah,
and now she doesn't have to work full time no more.
like shit.
And you can't tell me like her downsizing. All I gotta do is work a part-time job.
That's a technical benefit.
But that's all I was saying though.
As far as like the terminology goes with friends with benefits,
I feel like that's stronger than sex, bro.
I mean, financially it is.
Financially, what you think? What's the average person gonna pick first?
What, sex or money?
Money that you don't have to work for. Like that's a salary that you're gonna be getting.
But it also depends on the person. Some people value shit differently,
bro.
Some people do.
Nobody's gonna be like, yo,
whether
keep it
rare or not.
25%.
Me personally, if we talk about me, you know what I'm saying, and COVID didn't fuck my savings up the way I do. And
I don't believe you.
Yeah,
only out of us four right here, the only person I believe wouldn't take that money from a female would be Mike.
That wouldn't take it?
Yeah. If all four of us were getting divorces and we were entitled to receive 25% of the female salary, Mark would take it. I believe in my heart of hearts. You would take it. I don't even have to tell you what I believe in. I know I'm taking it.
I feel like it depends on how well off I am, honestly. I feel like it depends on how well off I am. Because if I don't need to take it and I'm good for myself, that's just a slap in the face.
That's crazy.
I mean, if I'm well off, I don't need that shit. I got my own.
I'll take it.
And that's something that she can't hold over me. I think it's probably a pride thing.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because you said hold over. I don't give a damn. It's like hold over, dangling. Like, I don't.
Now, me as your friend, you know what I'm saying? If we was all getting divorced and you was entitled to 25% of your ex-wife shit,
Mike wouldn't take that.
I'd tell you to take it. I would advocate for you.
But I wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't take it. I know Mike
would
wouldn't
advocate, especially if we still dealing with medical situations that need financing.
You wouldn't. You talking about you wouldn't take it, but you're trying to advocate for him to take it.
I don't have anything medically I need to take care of, and I said if I'm well off.
Oh, so you're saying. I
said yeah. If I'm well off, if you're well off, I'd be like, you don't need to take her money, bro. Unless I hated her.
But you need.
It's so many variables.
You just need a sum up surgery though, right? Yeah. Like one time surgery, right? He doesn't have to take her salary just to get one surgery. Now he'll benefit from money,
yeah.
But after he gets the surgery, then what?
If, like I said, if I hate her, I don't give a fuck. If I don't like her, if I never liked her, it was like, that's your wife, I'm glad y'all divorced, cause fuck her. Oh, you get 25% of her salary? Take that shit, nigga. Let's go to Bali. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
Mark, would you take the money? You getting all types of stuff from your ex anyway, so you already technically he already have it.
I'm already trying to establish myself with a whole bunch of other shit.
And you can use the 25%.
I'm not gonna act like I couldn't use the 25%.
I don't know why Cortez
everybody, I'm pretty sure
everybody
everybody could use the money, but yeah, like kind of like how you're saying, if you well off, and I probably even come to that type of conclusion as well. Like if I'm well off and shit like that, all right, man, like.
I need that.
What am I really gonna do with it?
We need to shift the numbers the other way. You know what I'm saying? They do it to the fellas all the time.
If I'm well off, yeah. But if it was horrible, we broke up because of infidelity or because she fucked up.
But what if you still well off though?
Huh?
Now there are some people.
What if you still well off?
It's different. I think it's circumstantial.
There are some people out there that just like, I invested this into this person as well. Like I'm actually feel like I'm getting my share of the work. Type of thing too.
I feel like if you broke my heart,
like
if
we built something together, then we're entitled. But that's different.
I feel like if it's a clean split, you know what I'm saying? Like our relationships run its course. I'm well off. I ain't gonna take your bread. If you broke my fucking heart, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if I'm well off. I'm taking that shit.
So you might as well just take it regardless.
Nah, bro,
if it's circumstantial, you gotta just take it.
I feel like it depends on how things ended. That's honestly how I feel.
Sign me up, somebody need it. Well off, poor, whatever. Give me that.
I feel like if I'm well off, I don't really need
Especially
it.
if we got kids or
If
something.
you fuck me
get
over,
that.
I'm giving you that back tenfold, 25% worth. Like, if you fuck me over like that, then I'm taking that shit. But like I said, if it's a clean split and I'm well off,
All right, so since you said circumstantial, let me give you a specific circumstance.
okay.
Let's say your wife making $100,000 a year, and you only making $25,000 a year. One of them type of relationships.
Okay.
So you getting a divorce.
So she's the breadwinner.
Now 25% of 100,000 is another 25,000. So
so
you're
that
gonna be
puts you
getting
at
double
50.
what you normally make.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about y'all. I was working at GW. I was making roughly about 25 to 30K a year. That wasn't enough to live.
It definitely ain't.
So if somebody was like, "Yo, we could bump this up. You gonna be bringing in 50K a year." Like, damn. Like, I feel like you just now from a morale standpoint, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But sometimes, bro, you gotta make that decision, bro. Like, think about everything that you're doing right now. That everything ever since you walked through this door, everything that you said you've been working on.
Okay.
The LLC, you know, you want a place where you can run your business in peace, make sure everything is up and running. You double your salary, bro.
Man,
It's
that
a wrap.
would be absolutely beneficial for that. But like I
Not
said,
saying
it's
there's not going to be a
circumstantial.
benefit to it, but at the same time, it's just literally just coming down to the point if whether you just making a decision whether you're going to take it or not.
Right.
Some people are, well, most people are,
Right.
but me,
I
you
feel
know,
like if
me
you-
on the other hand, I don't know. It all depends.
I feel like you'll take
Because like at the same time, I had this conversation where I'd be like, nah, bro, like they was making this before me. You know what I'm saying? Where was I at before when all this money was coming through? Now, like I say, if I had
Negotiate.
if I had
Hey,
a
where was I at?
if I had a hand,
started.
once I start having a hand in certain finances, of course, then I start considering like, yeah, man, well, maybe I should, you know, get a little percentage of this, and this for what it is that I did. But if they was already making that buku bucks beforehand
Well, I'm
and
a
shit
be-
like
I'm
that,
a
I'm
be-
like, oh, well, damn, man, you was well established before, and then, you know, I got in the picture and stuff like that, and then now I'm getting sent out on my butt for it. Like, I want some of that for what? Like, I don't know. I
Making
can't.
up stories to myself.
I can't
I
be.
did tell her that we're going to work that day.
I can't be doing that, bro. Like that shit,
Blew up.
it
Right.
wouldn't feel right to me, bro.
That's
That's
50% man.
that's a nasty taste in my mouth, bro. I would have felt the same to myself. Where it's just like that, bro. Like, you know what? You know, just because you don't want me no more, I want some of that money that she already been had. You know what I'm
That
saying?
you're entitled to, though.
For what? Because I got married? Because I made a decision to say I do? That's it? I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it's just like.
I mean, do you not know how marriage works? It's clearly
I mean,
how it works.
yeah, I mean, I know that's how it works, but that's literally that to me doesn't sound like enough. You know what I'm saying? That's like if for one, I wouldn't want that done to me. Oh well, shit. All I wanted to do was get married and this and that and
That's why you gotta get
that. The
prenup.
third, I wanted a ring and I wanted to fuck him. And have children and shit like that. That's a decision for real. And then now it's just like, or if not even children, because that's a different animal at this point. But
Right.
just because I decided I wanted to go ahead and spend my time with him, and now suddenly I don't want to be with him no more. And because I don't want to be with him no more, I am also entitled to a certain percentage. What did you do to contribute to that?
That doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about what the laws are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
circumstantial.
but like it's just like literally.
Still
And,
view it
and,
as
and the
circumstantial.
question
Right.
is,
I
and
mean,
the
I
question
can live with that, but
to some people, will it be like, am I going to be well off, or do I just want the extra money because I can get it? And
I feel like me personally, where I'm at right now, like say today I was getting divorced, and it would still be circumstantial. Like I could use that to finance all the business ventures that I want to do, but it's circumstantial.
Would you? All right. So would you start off taking it and then go to the course and be like, "Nah, cut this off after a year," after you done got your business up and running and stuff like that? Say it's
that would be
circumstantial.
smart. That
Say
would
it's
be
circumstantial.
smart.
Just
Yeah.
take a little bit. Like, you know what?
That's why I feel like if that's the case, then we can negotiate something to whereas I don't need to take a percentage. Give me a lump sum. Boom, I need that to start it up. Cool, that's all I needed. Now I do the rest of my own.
I'm quite sure that's an option.
See, yeah, if we can negotiate, I'm sure that she'd want to negotiate and not have a percentage taken out. So that's an
I'm sure
alternative.
I'm sure she'll be with that. Yeah. All I'm saying is, bro,
I just, yeah, it's ultimately
everybody could be humble right here.
Definitely.
You get to talk about doubling niggas' salaries and shit. Like, bro, I know niggas going. That's what I said. You the only person I really be in my heart of hearts that would not do it through and through.
Yeah, for me, it's absolutely circumstantial. Like, there are a lot of circumstances where I absolutely would take it. And there are certain circumstances where I wouldn't.
So I have a problem with taking money from people in general. So I can only imagine how that would make me feel later on.
Yeah, but see, it's entitlement.
I don't whether I feel entitled to it or not.
Yeah,
Like,
you're owed this.
like, Abe, have I ever asked you for money ever?
Nah.
Never.
It's not entitlement though. But if
But not
if
like
he owed you money, that's the money that you're entitled to. Would you want that money?
I've asked him for,
yeah, he's
I've asked
asking
him
for money. Like he said no. Listen, like he said he'd give me like $5 back that I gave him like a week ago. Yeah. I didn't even ask about it. I knew about it ever since then. I didn't ask about it because I don't care.
Yeah, because we didn't meet up Sunday. No.
Like, yeah, it's a
other
different
day.
viewpoint.
Yeah, like I don't feel as though like I deserve certain.
But to my credit, you also know I'm good for it though.
Yeah, I know he's good. I'm never asking him to.
Got a high credit score.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when it comes to me, like I have no problem. Like
sometimes even pay interest, man.
Yeah, if he wants to give me the money back, that's on him. Like it's been numerous times where I don't ask for the shit back, and he's just like, all right, I'm gonna give you this shit. I'm gonna give you the shit back. But it's times where he does. Like I said, you don't have to pay me the shit back, and if he doesn't, I don't get mad.
Yeah.
But I've never not paid it back. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I've always paid it back. Gotta let the people know because you trying to make it sound like I'm iffy and I might got hit other niggas up sometimes. Niggas know that podcast though, and it could be like sometimes you don't pay. Nah,
yeah, like if he say he's gonna pay me back, the nigga pays me back. Like I have no problem with I'm letting the nigga borrow money or some shit like that.
Pay her backer, y'all.
Yeah, and I said, and I don't even be having the money, which is be the wildest shit. I don't be having the money. I still give him this shit because I know he'll pay me back, but at the same time, I don't expect it. Yeah.
You just know that it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, because I know, like, niggas got to eat out here.
But he knows I'm going to pay him back, though. Like, it's a different comfort you can get.
Yeah. When you know you're going to pay you back.
Well, by a system of habit, yeah. That now he knows.
Versus like, damn, this nigga asked for $5. I ain't even seen this nigga in like 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been niggas that I gave money to that's been like that. Like, I'll give them money and then you
ain't seen the nigga in a year.
Yeah, like niggas don't even let you know, hey, yo, I got you on this day or this day and this shit like that. Even though I don't be checking for it, but I do be picking up on the body language. So, yeah, I can't say. This nigga definitely is prompt when it comes to paying niggas back.
Try.
He said a try.
But I say all that to say this. I'm taking that money.
Circumstantially, I take that shit.
Bruh.
You take that shit, cuz.
What you call it, the ultimate friends with benefits.
That's a benefit, bro. That is a benefit, bro. Like you, just think if you live in like a low key lifestyle or something, right? And let's say you is getting $25K a year from your job, and that is enough to pay everything off, all your bills and stuff like that. Yeah. If you get that from your wife, you ain't gotta work no more. And now you can think about this process. This could change everything forever. This is why I say you should take the money. This is another reason. If you making an extra $25K, that means every year you can be able to start up a damaging business. When I say damaging, I mean a business that's going to instantly boom. $25K, you can go open up a McDonald's, a Wingstop, something that as soon as you open them doors, you're going to make money. I ain't saying they got to be those places, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's a respectable reason, but at the same time, I just, like, morally, I wouldn't be able to do so.
How is that? It's not bad moral. It's the law.
No, I understand it being the law, but
when
the laws of
self got shit to do with morals.
it's
just because it's the law.
Yeah, it's just the laws of self.
I'm talking about that specific law. Like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got you got your own laws that say that. I'd rather you say that.
Yeah,
he got his own laws he living by. He religious or something like that.
Absolutely not religious, but you know.
I mean, you got to group it into there.
Yeah, the moral code as far as that goes. Yeah.
Technically, yeah, like that's how I look at it.
That's why it's circumstantial for me, morally.
Yeah, like
exactly
no, but your morals are kind of fucked up.
I'm about to say
yours kind of petty.
He's just all in on the morals.
If you broke
kinda
my
like
heart,
you want to
if you broke my heart, right?
It's not moral.
And now that's moral.
That's immoral as fuck.
It's not.
right.
That's like the equivalent
Breaking
to
my
a
heart
woman.
was immoral.
No, it's like the equivalent to a woman holding
Yeah.
a child
So-
over you because you ain't want to be with her.
If you going by his code,
That's different.
if you going by his code, when you get
Not
your
wanting
heart
to be with
broken,
somebody.
learn your lesson.
I did.
Put your chin up.
25% of my lesson.
Hey,
Annually.
you don't get
Annually.
You don't get that. You don't get that.
That's bullshit.
Go to therapy, get your closure.
Hey, look, I can afford therapy. That 25%.
Yeah, best therapist in the land.
You know what I'm saying? I can buy therapy. Like,
Yeah, Dr. Lipschitz, man.
I get a doctorate as a therapist. See, man.
Hey, Dr. Leapsheet?
Nah.
This nigga Rugrats.
Yeah.
Quoting that nigga to death, boy.
That's all I'm saying, dog. It's circumstantial.
Nah, you on your morals, man. Take the L gracefully
Yeah.
and bow out.
25% about
Nah.
about 25%
Hey.
out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro. If you did
You
me
have
dirty,
75% of a moral code.
if you did me dirty, that's your lesson. 25%. That's your
Bro,
lesson.
that's
Shouldn't have done that
horrible.
shit. It's not. Think about that shit. Like, if we're married and I'm dedicated to you and infidelity is how we end and it's not on my part, that's fucked up. So, in my eyes, you broke everything that we stood for. I'm taking that bread.
Bro, you getting a divorce, period, is breaking everything you stood for.
I'm getting a divorce because of the
No,
infidelity.
if you take away the infidelity, if you say the relationship just runs its course,
If it ran its course.
that's wrong.
If it ran
Because
its course.
when you get married,
That's why I think marriage is stupid. People fall out of love all the time, but you're gonna stay together because of a piece of paper?
I agree, but people sign it.
That shit dumb as fuck to me.
I'm on your side with this one, technically, but I'm just saying, like, people sign once you sign that paper, you agree into it, and then you bring the government into it.
See, that's dumb. Yeah, the government don't need to be in my relationship, bro. They done enough. They've done enough.
Hey, yo,
I'm
don't
good.
talk about the government. Last time we talked about that, they fucked up my computer.
That's I was going hard.
We
with
got
it.
in deep with that
I was going
conversation.
hard with the conspiracies.
No bullshit.
I stated several times, hey, this is not me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then,
down.
and then as soon as I got home, my computer was fried. Like,
There's
nigga.
a note next to that joke. Be careful what you say.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nigga was out of a computer since then.
Yeah.
Just got a new one in December. Sheesh.
And you know how you can buy another one with that 25%.
You know, I already have another one. Thank you very much. And I didn't even want to get that one, but, you know.
There's stuff you could do with the 25%, bro.
So you can buy
Studio.
the Best Buy. There's mad computers in that.
Cortez, now you're just trying to entice me to, like, conform to the dark side.
It's not
That's
necessarily the
dark.
dark
That's
side.
not dark, though.
Like I
It's
said,
the law.
In my eyes, morally, it's wrong to me. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
I don't like accepting any like gifts from people. I don't even ask for like birthday presents. I don't let niggas. I really don't even care if niggas tell me happy birthday, Merry Christmas, all that other shit. I don't
So
care
that's
about
not
it.
even morals. That's disinterest.
Yeah, that's definitely not morals.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just don't care about. I don't care about
Niggas
receiving.
Niggas just
things.
don't care about nothing.
I don't
That's
want.
like,
I don't want to
Hey,
receive
look, so
things.
take that 25% and split it amongst your boys.
No,
You don't need. You don't want to receive it. I get that. It's honorable.
now you just looking
Give it
for
to
a
your
come
mans.
up.
Hey, look, if you not gonna
As
take
soon as
it,
I get the 25K, Cortez. Look, hey, yo, Mike, I heard you got something.
That's right. You said so. You said you ain't want that, right?
You know you don't want it.
You still,
you know?
you still,
Like,
you still ain't want that, right? Because I got some ideas. For,
And you know how hard it was being your friend while your wife was still around?
I hate it, yeah. Especially
Man,
if I hated it, man.
I couldn't even come over and shit. We couldn't play the game and shit.
Right? Man, who does that?
How many times did she send me
Divorce.
back home at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, see, it wasn't even dark out yet. See, nah, bro.
They be so there with the fake tears and shit.
I'm coming to the and I just and 25% we can start a business together. Bro. Think of the capital.
Hey yo,
definitely good startup capital. That's all I'm saying. You know, open up a Starbucks here, Dunkin' Donuts there.
Go out Bethesda, open up a Starbucks, watch that joint blow up. White people love coffee.
of course.
And
they
then
do.
you could just go to the courts and be like, yo, I don't want the money no more. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be good.
Yeah,
You can even make enough money back to even pay her. If you feel that bad, just go ahead. Hey, you know, I took this such and such.
morally.
I still be cool with it.
Morally.
I'm thinking, I'm gonna have the game, man.
But technically, you're ahead of the game. Technically, is just saying, hey, you should do this. But you wouldn't even attempt to pay the person back.
I would.
It depend on the circumstance. Everything is circumstantial.
Not with me. I'm taking the money.
I'm talking about whether you pay that person back or not.
No, I'm gonna pay them back.
Yeah, see,
You open up a Starbucks or a
I'm
McDonald's and
if
all
I was
that.
to take something, then I definitely start making, a long-term cash flow. I'm definitely paying that shit back.
But
also
doesn't that sound like a
circumstantial.
feasible plan? So you would really just go right back to your regular lifestyle,
Oh no,
struggling to make ends
Look,
meet.
I already got goals in mind. So, but like I said, it's circumstantial.
Yeah, see,
Plus-
you can tell he
plus,
gonna be fighting this.
We also talked about we also talked about a negotiation factor. Like if you don't want the courts taking out this money,
get the lump sum.
throw me that.
Yeah.
I
This
can start
nigga
my
like,
business
fuck it,
up.
bro.
I need my
man.
business to thrive, bro.
Come on, man.
I need that.
Yeah.
It's okay, but me personally, I couldn't do it. Like regardless of circumstance, I just couldn't see myself doing it
Let me do it
because
for
I
you.
still feel bad about taking money from people.
Yeah, so we had to.
You being gifted that much.
We have to like kidnap Mike and throw him in the closet, and then one of us will have to go beat Mike.
Had to forge your signature. Well, of course, I'll take that. That's absolutely right.
Be in a little courtroom reading like poems or something.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. You gonna try to memorize some of my shit that I wrote,
Yeah, just to get the little benefits. Yeah.
and then eventually untie me, and then I was like, all right, now what the fuck happened? You're like, no, ain't nothing
You rich?
happened.
Ain't nothing happened. Just put a suitcase in front of you.
Yeah,
This is
right.
what happened.
It's $50K.
I don't
right
want to
here.
be a
This is
part
for
of
you.
this.
You earned this.
Yeah,
This nigga said you are.
This is your cut, bro. You earned
Yeah,
this.
this $40K right here. Well, it's 50, but 10 went missing on the way here somehow.
Yo, shut up, bro.
Like we business owners, this is your cut, bro.
Nah, I still couldn't do it, bro.
That's crazy.
Even if y'all just stole 40,000 in my face, and if I knew where it came from, and that was
All right,
the
so what if
case,
we don't know where it came from?
if I don't know where it came from, it still look iffy to me.
Yeah, Mike crazy as hell, man.
You can just consider how iffy it is in your new house with your new car and computer.
Man, fuck that. I'm taking that money from y'all.
I know you would. I already know you would.
I'm like, you know what? Nah, they trustworthy enough. I'll go ahead and take it from them. Cool.
I'm not asking no questions. Hey, Taze, I got 40,000 for you. Like, it's about time, bro. I've been waiting for something like this my whole life. I appreciate it coming from you.
I've been waiting my whole life for this one night.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dog.
Hey yo, that's so funny ass. Cortez dumb as fuck, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. You got to look out for number one.
Mm-hmm.
Got to.
I said that I was wrong though. He said it's all good.
Because I said
He made it sound so much more cooler.
yeah, it's philosophical when I say
That's
it.
crazy.
Like, you just gotta say it smart just for it to sound good.
Exactly.
Even though he literally said the same words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Philosophical.
Just add a couple of big words, a couple SAT words, and everything's good.
Circumstantial.
Everything is circumstantial, bro.
No, damn well he gonna take that money.
It's all about how you perceive it. Man, it's circumstantial.
Niggas even on one Marco, and now he taking the money.
Yeah. I guess you just got to
It all
use big words
depends.
with Mark.
It all depends, bro.
Nah, it depends. No, you gonna take the money, man.
It depends.
The fact that you fighting yourself let me know you gonna take the money.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I'm
it
just
depends.
being real enough to admit that it's circumstantial.
Yeah.
And the fact that you super
it,
fight
like I
yourself.
said, it depends on the circumstances and shit like that. And it's like,
I say that from the jump though, that it was circumstantial.
Yeah, I can tell how you fighting yourself. You take the money.
Circumstance, man.
He fighting himself right now in an empty room.
That's why-
40,000 get right here. Slum knockout.
What so if y'all was to present me that from y'all situation, would I take the money knowing where it came from? Where
I
it
know
came
you
from
would.
has nothing to do with me.
I know.
I'm absolutely taking
Like,
it.
we
That's not
already
even a
knew
fight.
that was the case for
Brother,
you,
that's not even a
Cortez.
fight. I'm taking
I'm
that
talking about
shit.
your situation.
My situation?
So the money matters when it's your situation. It matters where it come from. But somebody else's, my divorce means nothing. You'll take the money from that.
Yeah.
But your divorce, because it's your divorce, you
Exactly.
wouldn't take that as a make no. Not even from a morale standpoint. I don't understand that.
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
I would keep saying it.
You have a really
Circumstantial,
iffy
bro.
moral code, bro.
Yeah, this nigga need therapy.
This is my
That's-
thing, bro.
that's what
This my-
it is.
Niggas. That's
All right, so this is it to me. This is the breakdown. If it's your situation, right, and you feel so inclined as to give me that sum of money, I don't give a fuck where it came from. That's a gift. You know what I'm saying?
No, you do care. It's circumstantial.
I don't give a fuck with it. That's not my circumstance.
Because it could come from your wife, but you don't want that.
That's not my circumstance.
It is.
If
Your
it's-
wife. Your wife is your
I'm
circumstance.
saying if the money's coming from you and that was your divorce,
Right.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? You good? That's all that matters to me in that situation. Are you good as a result of this divorce? Financially, you are. So
Right.
good that you giving me bread.
Right.
My nigga. If it's my situation, like I said, it's circumstantial.
You should be thinking about me the same way.
If I-
Let me make sure my nigga's straight. Let me get this bread. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Circumstantial. If I was to take the money, given the circumstance, absolutely I would go.
when do you take the money?
Circumstantial, bro. Because like I
Hey,
said, if I'm
he
well off,
gonna use that word to death, bro.
yeah, if I'm well off, I don't need to take it.
There you go.
If she hurt me to that fact where I feel like
If
absolutely,
If his feelings hurt, he gonna take the money.
fuck yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, Cortez
Hey,
about as
man.
sporadic as an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Definitely was a good pod, man.
Lengthier one this time. Pause.
Yeah, 145.
Well, you want to take us out, man?
You can go ahead.
All right. Been another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. And I like to say, would you guys like to say your outros beforehand, like where niggas can find you at and shit?
I'm not even on social media right now.
Right now, but you're going back.
But if you look on Twitter,
Obviously.
So Damn Cezo on Twitter. That's CEZO. And Zo.0 on Instagram when I come back. Cortez Walk on Facebook. Look me up. I don't even remember my YouTube because I don't use it. But we gonna get to that on the next pod.
Smash that subscribe button.
You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy.
And that was like almost a whole year ago.
Yeah. We was like his first 2 subscribers. This nigga
My
was
only 2
it was
subscribers.
long.
I
Still.
thought you had 3 because I think it was like a random person or something, wasn't it?
Probably. Shit, I gotta look.
Hey, yo, that shit was funny as hell. This nigga went.
My many 2 subscribers.
Mark, another social media outcast.
Okay. It's a social media ghost.
Yeah, I definitely don't be on the shit. But also, real Mark Anthony's out there for Instagram.
How did they spell that?
Oh, OSO. What? Real? Yeah, REAL _ Mark Anthony.
Okay.
Spell it B-Chain, baby.
Yeah. Definitely want to butcher it just now.
Like, how do you spell real
Look at
again?
that,
I had to think about this shit. I was like, was it real before or after? But yeah, that's all.
REEL. No, that's the Instagram thing. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's been another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. I'm Tony.
I'm Teddy.
And
I'm
we
Mark
outta here.
Anthony.
No, nigga.
I'm
you-
out there.
No, we out of there.
I'm out there.
Fucking hate you.